Rotary motto. Rotary motto. Service above self. Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And one nation under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Let's bow our heads for a moment. Lord, we ask that you bless this food to our use and us to thy service. Amen. Amen. Alan, we're ready for song.
Sure, why not? A few days ago was Flag Day, and then last week that was a celebration of the birthday, really, of the adoption of the flag. Back in 1777, Congress adopted the Stars and Stripes as the official flag of the United States of America. And so that Flag Day really is a celebration of the original adoption of the flag as our official flag. I chose a song here, just a few weeks ago we sang You're a Grand Old Flag, so I said, well, let's do something a little different, but I chose page 19, the middle song, This Is My Country.
Oh, I love that one.
Pledging our allegiance. So we just did that a few weeks ago. I thought that would be appropriate. The song was relatively new, composed in 1940. And Fred Waring, if some of you guys old enough to remember Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians, they were the first to sing the song, recorded in 1942. So we can do it up here, right, at Rotary. This is my country.
This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge my allegiance, America, for this is my country to have and to hold. This is my country, land of my choice. This is my country, hear my proud voice. I pledge my allegiance, America, go home, for this is my country to have and to hold.
My apologies to you, guys are not tenors, okay?
It was a Bill Mackey. Thank you.
Thanks to Cleveland Assemblies, we don't have guests anymore. There's no cards up there, anybody wants one, card game. And we'll start out with $50. Is anybody happy this week or unhappy?
I'm happy. I got two things. One, I just had a nice little visit to Nantucket. And everybody wanted to say, when you stepped on the island, the white trash alarm went off. My niece had to say, Uncle Johnny's going to be here for 3 days. It's okay, he's not staying. Beautiful place, really expensive. And we have done really well on the crab legs, so I want to keep report. Restine and Kevin are the only two that haven't told me they're coming, but I overheard him talking out there. But he's our 43rd worker, which is the most we've ever had. But we sold out. I might go to find a tray or two. But I'm not telling anybody that, so you didn't hear that, okay, but we are literally sold out, okay?
Cause I could use it.
I know you could, I'm working on it, I got one today, it's already promised the band to work with him, so I gave you one the other day. If it weren't for the coaching in mind, we've been sold out earlier. He posted for me, Libby posted for me, I think, I could have been.
I know you're fair, John.
I know.
You've been more than fair.
He sold 7, again, I've sold 45 or whatever this year, he sold 70 some trays, 71 trays.
Wow.
So there you go. And we're good.
And I've got backed up orders.
Yeah. We'll work on a crew, and I'll give you some information about this, about the crab meat does have to be moved from the Legion Hall to the fire hall. So we'll need 6 or 8 people to do that. Some people want to work early and they have to leave, so we'll work with that too. We'll get the information out in the next couple of days. Okay?
How happy are you?
What?
How happy?
Oh, I'm sorry, $20. Pardon me, thank you.
That's
all? If I find more doing something heavy, I only see Santa about once every 2 weeks, that's why. 25.
All right, Bill.
I'm $10 happy because I'm delighted to see Diane here.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of reasons to be happy this month. I had a birthday and, we had a nice article on the Eastern Shore Post this past Friday about our 100th anniversary, and I got my picture in the paper.
Oh,
All right.
And my sister's here from California visiting, and she's staying with my mother, so I didn't have to clean my house. I had to take a test Saturday so I could maintain my certification to do truck drivers physicals, and I had to drive to Salisbury, Maryland for that, so I wasn't too happy about that, but
Oh,
I passed the test, so I'm happy. And I'm also happy because, this might sound strange, but I accidentally poisoned my friend's puppy last week.
Oh.
I'll have to explain that. If you have a good memory, you might recall that last year I gave some happy dollars because the same puppy had swallowed some stones and my friend took it to the vet. They said it would need surgery and I said, no, why don't you get another opinion? And he found an endoscopist that was able to take the stones out without surgery. So it's the same puppy. I guess I should tell you his name's Rusty. And I was over in Virginia Beach last Wednesday, so I stopped by to see how Rusty was doing. I had a headache, so I took in a little bottle of over-the-counter ibuprofen. And Rusty's really sneaky, so I just turned my back for a minute and he grabbed the bottle and ran, and I didn't realize it, and it couldn't have been more than a few minutes. When I found him, he bottled so hard, he popped the top open and all the ibuprofen was falling out, and I picked him up and got the bottle and threw it in the trash, but I said to my friend, I said, I hope Rusty didn't spill any of those ibuprofen because I understand they're highly toxic to dogs. And my friend said, well, Rusty usually doesn't swallow pills because when I give the medication, I have to put it in a pill pocket, otherwise he'll spit it out. I said, good. Well, the next day Rusty threw up. And that's so unusual with him, but Friday Rusty stopped eating and drinking and he became somewhat lethargic, so my friend took him to the vet and they said, we'll run some tests, and the vet came back in the examining room, I hear, and said to my friend, do you mind if I sit down next to you? That's Rusty's very ill, he's severely dehydrated, he's in kidney failure, and he may have pancreatitis. And he said there's two options at this point, we can put him to sleep, or we can send him to the animal hospital on Nemo Parkway, and they can keep him for a few days. So of course I was worried that Rusty was gonna die. Oops, now my phone was going off. It's the vet's office. Anyway, they gave him some IV fluids and they did some more blood work Saturday night, and the numbers didn't look very good, so. They said, well, it can take 48 hours for him to show improvement, so Sunday night they did some blood work and things were almost back to normal and he was eating and drinking. Yesterday he had some blood work and everything was fine and they let him go home. At this point, the vet bill's over $5,000. Luckily Rusty has pet insurance. I'm gonna be on hook with Dr. Boyd. But anyway, it looks like Rusty's gonna live. I didn't kill Rusty, so.
Right.
So he's not one of those who would say, take 2 out. Oh.
So anyway, I don't know how much money that adds up to. I guess I'll get $50.
Wow.
Plus the fine for the phone bill. Bill?
I have an announcement. This Friday at the Palace Theater, there's going to be a comedy show, and I suggest you sign up.
Thanks, but I have enough work. So. Anybody else? Let's do the card game then. I don't think I have a high card today. Anybody?
I have an ace of heart.
Oh, it's my ace of diamond.
Always beat that. Guess Bill, Payne has
A
a high
win.
card today.
What is this? Jackie always winding up Bill.
Hey, runs in the family.
$6.
All right.
5 or 6 is pretty good.
What about the,
How much money you got?
6?
Gets this spot.
Nearly pays for lunch.
Not sure how much money's in the pool.
24, like the 24.
Oops.
Even
Got
that
barbecue, got barbecue sauce.
Card.
What kind of purse?
No,
No, Jack.
Jack, so no winner. All right, I think some people have some more announcements. Karen, do you want to tell us how the road cleanup went?
We had a full mighty team. Walter, Chuck, Libby, me, Jason, and Chuck's, Walter's wife. And we started at 9 because it was cooler, and that was a good call, because it did get boring. And it's just, pick up all the trash, and now there's more trash.
How many total did you have?
Huh?
How many volunteers?
6.
Only 6? That's pitiful.
Where were you?
Yeah.
I was the next floor.
Anyway, we were mighty this long.
It was a bad day.
Hope we'll have more next time, sorry about that. Looks like we picked up some bags, so thanks. And, we had a board meeting last week and we voted to give some end of year donations. And I asked Paul Strong to give us a recap on those.
Sure. Well, I'll give sort of a mini treasurer's report. Our treasury is ending the year in good shape. Certainly at least the charitable.
Paul, go up there to the microphone, please.
Oh.
Want to have this on record.
Be careful then. So, we're in good shape at the end of the year, as far as money is concerned. Certainly, we have lots of money in the charitable fund for several reasons. One of which we had put aside $3,000 for the 100th anniversary celebration. And there were enough sponsorships to cover all the expenses, plus with some left over. So we got that money to carry forward into the next year. And decide exactly what to do with it. But so that put another $3,000 into our actually our operating fund. And then we put some money aside for any sort of special projects that the club might want to support, and not many suggestions came up. So we're taking a pretty good chunk of money in the next year. So we need good ideas for things that the club should spend money on that would have a good effect for our community. And we so there were several things we had budgeted for that we hadn't really made decisions on, and we went through those one by one. We decided to go ahead and donate $250 to Rivers Youth Garden, $500 to the Eastern Shore Food Bank, $500 to the Eastern Shore Literacy Council, $250 to Habitat for Humanity, $250 to the Eastern Shore Coalition Against Domestic Violence. And we renewed our membership in the Cape Charles Historical Society at the supporting membership level, which is $250. So, and I think that covers everything that we approved. Any questions?
All right, thanks, Paul. Kate, I think you want to say a few words about the 4th of July.
I'll start off for those who haven't noticed, we have a new website, CapeCharlesRotary.com. It is live, stuff is being added to it. I'm adding it to DACDB. So I'm gonna teach a couple of our members how to put information to DACDB to store historically, and it automatically feeds to our website. So all of our upcoming meetings are all in there, all of our events are in there at this point, so check it frequently. If you forget who's the speaker, check it, it's on our website. Remind you of that. With that said, we are trying to host a table for 4th of July during the Cape Charles 4th of July festivities in town. And it's twofold. We thought we would try and do a couple of golf carts with Rotarians on them to try and make people aware of Rotary is here. So if you are interested in being a part of that, you need to contact Libby Wright. She's trying to organize that. We haven't had a great response so far, so if there really isn't a desire to do this, just let us know. Cancel it for this year, and we'll try again for next year to promote Rotary once again. Start getting our message out. Secondly, we wanted to host a little booth.
Live guest artists on here. Subscribe today at WilliamsburgSymphony.org.
Just to
It's the blind and vision in Hampton Roads, local newspapers, and also provides access to programs that both inform and
Trying to
entertain.
stop it.
To learn more, go to whro.org/kids.
AI taking over.
we would like to be able to make people aware that we're trying to do the book club in the school. So we wanted to just have a table, put out some information from our grant application about it, and some pictures. And if people would like to contribute some dollars or cents that day to us for that project, we will be happy to accept it as well. We are gonna have some candy with our Rotary sticker on it, to be able to give kids and their parents. So we welcome anybody who would like to be there that day. You don't have to do the whole day, you can just give us an hour of your time, we will accept it. I have a little bit of hope with the Cape Charles parade folks, so our table's gonna be placed in front of, for those who remember, the Toddy property, which is the big parking lot on Mason Avenue. So we can park right there, walk out to our table, and then leave when we want to. So that's cool, let me tell you, it's right in the back. So we would like anybody to step forward to help me that day, man the table for an hour or two. So if you're interested, please either let me know today, email me, and let me know what you can do that day. Much appreciated. John has told you about crab cake sales, so we still have crab cake making. So we're just about there to finalize our ordering for the crab cakes, all the supplies that we need to build. We have lots of people showing up, everybody there, because we got a lot of people making, it's the most we've ever done. Bring endurance and patience, we will have donuts again, drink that up in the morning hours, to feed you a little bit, sugar you up. We've got lots of beverages coming from our party, we have lots of leftover water and sodas, that's gonna be coming in as well.
Beer? There is beer, red and white.
Red and white, you never know. And of course, we'll do pizza for lunch, right around noon hour as well. So we thank you all for selling, pushing out our message to make this the most successful. And again, for people.
Maybe,
Yes.
I have a question, maybe. I'm not sure, maybe. Well, I'm getting a lot of emails from telling me we're running out of space. I checked and the email is coming from, it's not spam, it's spam. I don't know if anybody else is getting that. Mike,
You know what, I think. Jim.
Like once a week, I get like once a week.
On top box. That's what it's.
He did it, and I can move
Oh,
those
those
this
all have to
weekend.
be moved down.
I'll move them all over to DACDB. Yes,
I think the new website, they said we won't keep Dropbox.
that's correct. So I'm trying to move as much as I can from Dropbox over to DACDB in minutes and other information, photos, all of that will help feed into our website to populate our stories on the website, will help make it a more robust website for us. So I plan on doing it last weekend. I got stuck doing yard duty this weekend. Because there's nobody in my house to do yard duty but me.
Oh,
Put those little animals to work.
So I will do it this weekend as I will move all of, I actually upload all the party photos into, I actually put it back to be dumped on Dropbox, so I will get it.
Yeah, that takes up a huge amount of space.
Yes.
We'll
But
get
in
those
that
out.
vein, thank you, Chuck, we're still trying to track down who's got control of the Facebook account. Facebook, yeah, Facebook. Anybody know anything about what Facebook account?
No, when you say control somebody manipulating you.
No, nobody's posting to it, it's just a dead Facebook account, so it'd be nice if we could get access to it and start posting.
Well, the last post was that dog cart raffle. 3 years ago.
I think it's when Chuck was president, but I'm not sure.
I've not used it since. So,
You wouldn't have the password somewhere in your files. Because nobody seems to be able to get on it because then nobody has a password.
yeah. I do,
Our address again for our website is www.capecharlesrotary.com. There is one that's .org, that was Jim's old one, that still hasn't been killed yet, I'm gonna be working on that this week to get that killed. But .com is us, okay?
I meant to ask you about that, because I kept going on kickcharlesrotary.org. I said, the wrong one. All right, good. Does anybody else have any other?
Hey, Mark, I forgot one thing, and this is, Standard doesn't read his emails, okay? Please don't have your people picking up before 12 o'clock. We will likely be done before, then, but it really kind of bogs up things, and it's not like they're gonna go away, they're not gonna lose anything. If they need them for lunch, it might get them at 12 o'clock and not 11. 12 o'clock for pickup. Okay, it'll help a lot. Thank you.
And they need to, when they come in to pick up, they need to know the member
Right.
name that they bought them
Right.
from.
Especially if you're not gonna be there.
Yes.
I didn't forget to mention under my happy dollars, I was also happy that this is my last regular.
Another $10.
Now, next week, I'm not having a lunch meeting. Have installation dinner at the coach house starting around 5:30. And for a happy hour, they'll have a cash bar and then we'll have a little meeting, so. But I have heard Betty Bivens, she's gonna be on board. We heard she's gonna be around. I sent out an email with them.
Call Standard will call her, that's how that works. Yeah.
Tell Murphy, I know he's moved, I don't.
I
Right.
But it gave the installation dinner, and wondered if it was gonna be on Zoom.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to ask.
I said no.
Well, if you want me to, we can do it.
Well, it's up to.
I mean, we can have the ceremony part. Not the dinner.
I'll have to find out what their Wi-Fi is.
Imagine they do.
And we're not having noon lunch the week after.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, meeting July 2nd.
Yeah.
That
Cancel
also
that.
make crab cakes.
Yes.
All right, guys, you gotta get it.
Drive safely.
Sorry.
The lush side of the gardens. See. Okay, sometime in
Thanks, Dave. If nobody else has anything else, I think that'll conclude the meeting a little early today, so. We can all stand and say the four-way test.
Group is very all concerned. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
We have fun, everybody. Yeah. So we'll see you.
Yeah.